Hi, I'm Stephanie with Board Game Geek here at Origins 2017. Joining me is Robert Deruin, or Robert Deruin.
Yeah, there you go. It could be that. Hi, guys. Hi, Twitch. Hi, everybody.
And he's with Japanime Games, and we're going to talk about Alicematic.
Yes,
right?
Alicematic.
Okay, so there's quite a wonderland here. Let's dive in. Let's go down the hole, shall we?
So do I just say what it is?
Yeah,
do the thing?
Say whatever you want.
All right. Basically, what happens in the Alicematic universe is we as a people in our modern fast lifestyle with our cappuccinos and our Tesla cars, we forget how to imagine.
Yeah.
We forget how to dream.
Yeah.
So nothingness begins to destroy Wonderland.
Oh, no.
So in a last-ditch effort, the Red Queen, she decides to summon Alice back because she was the greatest daydreamer ever.
So she's like, we're allies now.
Yeah, exactly. So
Not
she's
off
summoned.
with your head anymore.
Well, you'll see. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Spoilers.
I'm burying the lead here.
Okay.
And basically, when she summons Alice, she makes the mistake of she summons all facets of Alice's personality.
Okay.
She summons, like, for example, Alice as a merchant in her imagination.
Alice is a merchant.
Demon Lord Alice.
Oh, no.
Emperor Alice.
Okay.
Cyber Alice. Original Alice. Basically, various versions of Alice with different powers and different abilities.
Yeah.
And the problem is, after she defeats the nothingness with her imagination, you got all these Alices there. It's like when you send
What do you do with all these Alices?
snakes to get rid of your rats.
Yeah.
Now you just have a snake problem.
Yeah.
And basically, the idea is you are different factions in Wonderland who are trying to utilize these Alices to conquer Wonderland and make it in your own image.
Okay.
The game is broken up into basically 5 factions.
Okay.
You have red, blue, yellow, green, and white.
They match these?
Yes, and they match different facets of Alice.
Okay.
Red is her fiery personality.
Yep.
It's her, greediness for sweets. It's her being a demon lord, apparently.
She was a demon lord, apparently, yeah.
Blue represents her thought, her intellect.
Yep.
And you have Cyber Alice, technology, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yellow is her nostalgia. It's her pure kind of dream fuel, and that is represented by ancient ways and old customs and like Alice dreaming about what it would be like to live in like the 1700s. She does that. That's a part of the game. If you don't do that, you're out of the game.
Okay.
Green is her love of nature. It's Alice as a hunter. It's Alice as a botanist. It's all those kind of things.
Okay.
And then white is basically law and order. It's tradition.
Okay.
It's things should be done this way because that's how they should be done.
Yeah.
And you can play as 5 different characters who utilize these facets. Any one of these characters can utilize these facets.
Yeah.
That's your choice at the beginning of the game. The Cheshire Cat, Humpty Dumpty, the Mad Hatter, the Red Queen, and oh no.
Cheshire, Mad Hatter, the Rabbit.
The Rabbit. I was like, it's the first character
How can you
meet.
not play as the Cheshire Cat?
That's why I picked
like,
the Cheshire Cat right here.
Should play
So,
as the Cheshire Cat.
The way the game starts is you draw 5 cards. These are my 5 cards I've drawn.
Okay.
You pick one city that is on an edge tile.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, for example...
This is like your hand or whatever?
Yes, this is my hand.
Okay.
I pick one city at the beginning of the game because I'm the start player.
Along the edge.
So let's say I'm just going to go right here. This is a more dangerous area to pick, obviously, because it's interacting with more areas. But I believe in the Cheshire Cat's military might and ability to lead.
Okay.
Then every turn is just 2 simple steps. The diplomacy phase and the war phase. In the diplomacy phase, you play a card, either face down or face up.
Yeah.
I did that backwards.
Yeah.
You'll fix that in post.
We'll fix that in post.
You'll fix that in post. Okay, thank you. I didn't get tokens for you. I
know.
I did not get tokens for you.
It's okay.
You've invited yourself to play. I have not. That's very rude. In my new regime that I established. Okay.
You're in my house.
So basically what's going to happen is I play a card either face down or face up.
Yeah.
If I play face down, it's not a facet of Alice's personality. It's just some commoner.
Okay.
All right? And if I play face down, I don't have to pay any kind of
cost.
cost.
That's why it says commoner on there right there.
Oh, that's correct.
Okay.
That's why it says commoner on the back.
Cool. Got it.
That's right. If I play it face up, it's a facet of Alice's personality. And I don't know if you can really see it that good.
Yeah, they can see it in the overhead.
Right there. Okay. Basically, in the overhead, the idea is this facet of her personality costs 8 dream power in order to summon. All right. Whereas a commoner costs 0.
Yep.
Costs none. So we're going to start. We're going to play somebody as a commoner so I can explain the concept of the game.
Yep.
I'm going to say, you know what I really want to do? I want to increase my military might, because that is the most straightforward one for explaining to the TV here.
Okay.
All right. If I play it face down on here, that's the one card I get to play this turn. If I play it face down, I get to draw a new card. I drew another original Alice.
Yeah.
All right. So I play it face down. Now my military might is at 1. This means I can take a tile that costs 1 or less. So I move to the evasion phase. My military might is equal to the number of cards face down or face up right here. Bam. I take right there.
And it's only adjacent to your one, okay?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. I've taken a victory point tile, because you see a little victory point on my white card right here. So that means I gain victory points equal to the amount of cards on this white card when I seize it, which is 0.
Yeah.
So I gain 0. But I seize this little territory, which is nice, because seizing territories will be worth victory points at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So that is a full turn.
Okay.
Everyone would go around the table. We would all do that.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind, we don't draw cards at the beginning of our turn. We only draw cards by playing commoners.
Okay.
And then we come to my next turn.
Okay.
And this is where I'll explain face-up Alice's.
Okay.
Okay? So, we have Alice's, and each of them have a dream amount.
I just love saying all of these Alice's. Yeah.
All these
dream
Alice's.
amount, yeah.
They have a dream amount in the top left corner.
Okay.
1, 2, 2, 2, and 4.
Yep.
All right? That means I need to have cards equal to that cost in the dream power slot.
Okay.
This is basically my mana pool. So essentially, let's imagine we fast forwarded a couple of turns, right?
Yeah.
And
So does each player have a row of these 5 cards?
every player has that
okay,
row.
okay.
That is correct.
Gotcha.
I did not explain that part.
Well, I
but
just
yes.
want to make sure.
Yeah,
'Cause
every player has
otherwise
this
you wouldn't be
row.
able to like.
This is your
tell the
play
difference.
area.
Yeah, yeah.
This is our universal play area, and
Yeah.
theoretically everyone would
Yeah.
have it. So let's say I've put down 4 cards, and they were all commoners, and that means I've also drawn 4 more cards, right?
Yeah.
So now I have 4 cards in my imagination slot. That means I can play any of my cards that costs 4 or less.
Yeah.
Right? Now here's the trick. I can't play more than 4 cards though in a slot. So this slot is now done. Pretty
Okay.
much these yellow cards
So-
can only really ever be commoners from here on
You
out.
could play this one.
Yes, and I must play it in my corresponding slot.
Okay.
So I play that right there. Death Angel Alice. Discard 1 commoner card from your kingdom to draw 1 card once per
Is
round.
this your kingdom?
This is my kingdom.
So you could discard with this, and then
That's
you can play
correct.
more there.
Now I can play more there. Exactly.
Guys, I'm gonna win.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Exactly. But now, let's say on one of those turns when I had 4 dream cards, I take that yellow slot.
I wouldn't let you do that.
You're gonna have to because I didn't give you pieces. You can't. You
I
can't do
can't play.
anything. I would gain imagination points
Yep.
that are temporary currency.
Okay.
So now, say that Demon Lord Alice, who some astute Twitch watchers would have been like, that Demon Lord Alice is worth 8. He can't put more than 4 cards here. How's he ever gonna do it? This game's fun. You would use temporary imagination points.
Oh, okay.
You would spend them. You would add 4 plus the 4 that's right here. Bam! I could play my Demon
Do
Lord.
you
Alice.
always get 4? When is that what this
You
power
only
is?
no, you get
no.
equal to the amount of cards in play
Oh,
right
okay.
here.
Gotcha.
And that applies to all of these because when you siege a territory that's red, you would gain counters equal to red.
Oh, okay.
When you siege territory that is blue,
Yeah.
you would draw cards equal to blue.
Okay.
When you siege yellow, you would get tokens equal to your amount of yellow cards.
Yep.
Green is you would get food tokens, and I'll explain that in a minute.
Yeah.
And people going, I don't know what a food
What's
token
food?
is. Right. And for
Purple?
white, you would just gain straight victory points,
Okay.
which is how you win at the end of the game.
Okay.
Now, food tokens works very simply. So far, I've only been taking places that are within my tile that I own the centerpiece
Your personal
to.
wonderland
My
there.
city, my personal
Okay,
wonderland.
there you go.
Right? However, say I wanted to get over here, I would have to spend food equal to the distance away from a tile I control. So say I wanted to get 2, that would cost me 1 food to take 2.
Yeah.
And so I would need to have a card here or a food here,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Say I wanted to take 1, I would have to spend 1, 2, 3 food.
Yep.
And the furthest distance you can go just with cards here is 4, and then of course you could go even further with the cards here.
Yeah.
You may not count these black tiles as tiles you can move over, because those tiles represent...
Those are scary.
They represent Alice's nightmares.
Oh, no.
And the only way you can ever interact with her nightmares is if you own all the tiles surrounding it.
Do you end the nightmare?
You end the nightmare and you conquer it. And it's worth more victory points, because that's a facet of her personality you kind of saved.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really cool. It's really simple in that regard. And also, you don't have to use food necessarily to take a territory. You can just say, I'm going to take number 3. I'm sitting over here. I'm going to take this number 3 right here. I don't even have the food. I don't even have the military might. I'm just going to take it. And I would take one of my tokens, plop that down right there.
Yeah.
And on a subsequent turn, the same player can then say, now I conquer that territory. And that's what they spend their turn conquering. So it takes 2 turns.
Yeah.
Game ends in 14 turns. At the end, players count up their victory points they've earned throughout the game, and victory points they earn for holding certain territories.
Yeah.
Player with the most victory points wins the game.
Wow. Shocking.
And conquers Wonderland and institutes a brutal reign of whatever faction they've decided.
Cyber, merchant, yeah.
They turn Wonderland into a Blade Runner-esque dystopia.
Death Angel.
Death Angel Alice. Very scary,
Terrifying.
right?
Cool. So that is Alicematic.
That is Alicematic.
Yeah.
It just released like today. I think it actually released technically like 2 days ago, but this is Origins.
We'll say it's today.
Yeah, it's
released
today.
It's available now.
It's available now. It's $40. You can get it at your friendly local game store or at JapanAnimeGames.com. The art is awesome. Like, take a look at the rule book. I really love this. I'm gonna. All right, here, cool. It's got chibi art. It's really nice. Teaches you how to play the game in just 2 steps. I really like it. I like how smug and in the Conan pose this Alice is.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. And really cool stuff. Really neat. I hope it's not too glossy, because that'll mess us all up.
No, it'll be fine. Yep.
But so it's Alicematic.
Yep.
It's in your friendly local game store. Just released today at Origins.
You can get it now.
You can get it right now. It's $40. It's a lot of fun. And
3 to 5 players.
3 to 5 players.
Yep.
Territory control game for those just tuning in.